أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف الشهر تنزل الملائكة وروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق الرسول النبي الكريم. Assalamu alaikum ya Ahlul Bayt. Assalamu alaikum dear children, dear parents, followers of Ahlul Bayt. Salam and condolences to the entire humanity on the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah Hussein and all the Shuhada Karbala. Our salam to each and every one of you, especially to the Imam of our time, Imam Mehdi alayhi salam, on the Shab-e Wiladat Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. Dear children, dear parents, tonight is Shab of 7th Muharram. Tonight is the Shab of the Wiladat, the birth anniversary of Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam, our 7th Imam. And it's very important for us tonight not to just celebrate it as a jashan, as a form of celebration. We have to celebrate tonight also with the remembrance of the martyrs of Karbala and the sacrifice of the ladies of Karbala and Hasirani Karbala. Please recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajma'in. Dear children, dear parents, inshallah, we will start our majlis tonight with the understanding and learning about the significance of the ladies of Karbala, in particular Bibi Rubab, the mother of Hazrat Ali Asghar, and Bibi Sakina, salamullah alayha. And throughout, we will go through the different ladies each time we hold majalis, inshallah. And also, we will learn about the wiladat of Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam tonight. And at the end, we will, inshallah, have our grand Kahoot Quiz, inshallah. Please go and take wuzu, dear children, and remember not to waste water as you are still in the majlis of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Let's all put our hands together, dear children. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let's all send our salam. Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Assalamu alayka ya Imam Ali. Assalamu alayki ya Bibi Fatima Zahra. Assalamu alayka ya Imam Musa Kazim. Assalamu alayka ya Imam Mehdi. And let's all send our salam to Abu Abdullah Hussein. Assalam ala al-Hussein wa ala Ali ibn al-Hussein wa ala awlad al-Hussein wa ala ashab al-Hussein. Please recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajmain. Dear children, dear parents, I have shared this quite a few times with many of you, especially for all those Azadar of Abu Abdullah Hussein and all the dear children and parents around the world who is seeing this for the first time. Alhamdulillah, we have created our very own Islamic Shia flashcards, which contains the Islamic months in a very graphic and interactive manner for children to remember, and not just children. You can stick this on the fridge and remember all the months that it comes. We have the beloved 12 Imams, the Usuluddin, our Feroidin. We have 8 Quranic surahs written. So this comes in a complete set. You can purchase separately as well. We're planning to sell this in Melbourne, Australia, especially in Saturday School, Keysborough Secondary College. But because given of the lockdown, we can take orders. It's very limited numbers. I have to tell you this, very limited. So please, if you would like to have this package, I would highly recommend you from the parents who have purchased so far. They absolutely have given such a good feedback how much their children enjoy using this as a memory game, as a recitation as well, and learning about the great personalities, our Masumin alayhimus salam. So you can find out more information, and you can also get in touch with CAS School, as they also have access to these flashcards. For international people, parents and children, if you would like to have hold of these cards, please get in touch with us, and we can arrange this for you to be delivered as well. This is just a glimpse of the cards, dear children, starting with Usuluddin, how they look like and what it contains. So it's a very easy learning process, because visual aspect of it has been taken into consideration when creating these cards, especially for the new generations, dear parents. This is Freudian component of it. So just a glimpse for you, dear children. You can cover it and you can ask, what's the second of Usuluddin or second of Freudian? So you can play with your parents at home, your siblings. So it's so nice. This is the concept of the 12 Imams, our beloved 12 Imams, which will be very different contents compared to the 14 Masumin alayhimus salam, which is a biodata of all the Imams and Bibi Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha. Then we have the Islamic months, which each time I go through with you, so you have access to your own very set of cards you can keep on your fridge, which will be great. And the Quranic surah, especially for parents. Now with this one, we have, for example, we have 8 surahs in here. We have the Arabic one, okay, Surah Qadr in Arabic, as I started my majlis today with this recitation of Surah Qadr. Then we have the transliteration for those who are having difficulty. This is a perfect package for you to put into your Jai Namaz, into your namaz mat, praying mat. So then as soon as you finish your namaz, you can open your own set of cards and remember. You can read. And he'd also have the translation. So it's a complete package, I would say. Coming to tonight's majlis, dear children, many times I have shown you this family tree for you to understand about the ladies of Karbala who was present from Imam Hussein's families, Bibi Banin's family. So let's have a quick glance again. So we had Bibi Fatima Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha. We had Bibi Kulsum, the sister of Bibi Zainab. We had Bibi Farwa. We have Bibi Rubab. Inshallah, we're going to do her Masayib tonight, learn about her sacrifice in Karbala. And afterwards, we have Bibi Layla, who was present at Karbala, and Bibi Sherbano. So these were the ladies. They played a significant role in protecting Azadari, and protecting the message of Karbala that Yazid La'in wanted to cover over it. So coming to who is Bibi Rubab, dear children. Okay, it's very important because your quiz tonight is a combination of everything you're learning tonight, as well as what you have learned about Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, the first of Safar majlis we conducted, okay, and the ladies of Karbala and Imam Musa Kazim as well. So Bibi Rubab was the wife of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. She was the mother of Hazrat Abdullah Ali Asghar, a 6-month-old baby at Karbala, and Bibi Sakina. Remember, Bibi Sakina is still alive, and she, in terms of the fact that her journey hasn't finished yet, on 13th of Safar is going to be her Shahadat date. So Bibi Rubab just have Sakina with her now in the Zindan, in the prison of Sham, dear children. She has lost one baby already, Hazrat Ali Asghar. She is the daughter of Imri al-Qais, who was an Arab Christian. And there's a very close connection between Hazrat Abul Fazl al-Abbas, okay, and Shemer La'in. Okay, they were second cousins, dear children. Something for you to understand, that not only they were enemies, both sides were enemies, but somehow they were also related. They were from the same tribe. Okay, a lot of them. Bibi Rubab was present at Karbala, dear children, and according to many historians, she passed away 1 year after Karbala event. And you know, she would never sit in the shed. She would hardly drink water because she would remember the thirst of Hazrat Ali Asghar. She would remember the sacrifice of her beloved husband, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and how she left Bibi Sakina in the Zindan, in the prison of Yazid in Sham. We're going to watch a video now, dear children, about Bibi Rubab. But before doing that, look at this picture. Look at this picture. This is, if you look on the left, this is where Imam Hussein is saying Khuda Hafiz, Hazrat Ali Asghar saying Khuda Hafiz to his beloved mother, Bi Rubab, and going towards the Maqtal, remember, to get water. But Hurmila, La'in, throws an arrow, hits an arrow, three-headed arrows to Hazrat Ali Asghar's neck, remember. And here is Bibi Sakina saying her final Khuda Hafiz to Abu Abdullah Hussein, dear children. Don't forget what has happened in Karbala. All these images are for your minds to be refreshed again and again, to remember what has been taking place. I'm going to play a video now in relation to Bibi Rubab. Please recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajma'in.
In this episode, we will look at the role of another lady, Rubab bint Imra al-Qais. The journey to Karbala for Lady Rubab was not easy. She was traveling with Ali Asghar, who was at the time just 1 month old when they left Medina, and Sukaina was also very young. Indeed, the day of Ashura was also a real test for her. On one side, she faced the fear of losing a loving husband who had been left alone after his companions had been brutally killed, and on the other side, she faced the heartbreaking sight of her little girl being extremely thirsty and in sorrow over losing her uncle Abbas. Then there was also her baby boy, who showed his dry tongue to her as a desperate sign that he is dying of thirst. This helplessness was unbearable for Lady Rubab to see in her loved ones. Yazid's forces had decided that no matter what, they would not allow Imam Hussein and his companions to retrieve water from the river Euphrates. So it left Lady Rubab with no option but to bring Ali Asghar to the battlefield. Yazid's army set new standards of barbarism on that day after killing this innocent baby. Yazid's corrupt practices were sabotaging everything that Islam had brought. For instance, Prophet Muhammad categorically mentioned and instructed his army that it is the responsibility of every soldier to protect and not hurt women and children during any war. The Holy Prophet even instructed that prisoners of war should not be humiliated. But when we look at Karbala, the Umayyad leader Yazid ibn Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan did not only disobey the instructions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, but he set new precedents for brutality which is not even found in the age of ignorance. Despite all of this, if we think and put ourselves in the shoes of this mother, we may feel what kind of trauma she had been through. Such were the miseries of Lady Rubab. When she came to Karbala, she had a husband and beautiful children, but when she left, she was all alone. Some historians write that when Imam Hussein died, Lady Rubab spent a year in grief at Imam Hussein's grave. Moreover, when proposed to, she refused to remarry. She dedicated her remaining life to the grief of her family, and she was not the only one who dedicated a life in remembrance of those who died in Karbala. Imam Zain al-Abidin and other ladies who survived Yazid's captivity never stopped mourning. This was the effect of Karbala. Those who survived, even though they physically were present at different cities and homes, their souls always remained back in Karbala.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. Dear children, dear parents, you learned about the significance and the sacrifice of Bibi Rubab, Salamullah alayha. Now we will learn about the life of Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. Tomorrow is his Wiladat date. So tomorrow is a day of happiness, you can say in one way, but you should not overpower everything with happiness tomorrow, as this is the month of Safar, the month of grief, and the month of hardship faced by the captives of Karbala and all the ladies of Karbala, dear children. So do the right thing tomorrow. Don't hurt the Imam of your time, Imam Mehdi alayhi salam. You can read the Ziyarat Nama of Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam, and give it as a hadiyah to him, dear children. Do a 2 rakat namaz like morning prayer, with only the intention that you're reciting 2 rakat namaz Ziyarat Imam Musa Kazim qurbatan illallah. It's not wajib. So let's watch a video about the life of Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. But first, with that, let's have a look at what hadith from Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam has said, anger is the key to every evil. Anger is the key to every evil. The most perfect faithful believers are the most well-mannered. Such an important message, dear children, the importance of controlling over your anger, because as soon as you show one little sign of anger, shaitan is surrounding you. Shaitan will use that anger and spark it. That leads to more anger, leads to more evil. And Imam Musa Kazim saying the most perfect, faithful followers of us, our believers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, are the most well-mannered, having ikhlaq, having manners, never being rude to somebody in front of you. Even if you are angry at them, have control on your anger. Don't show it to them, because that's what shaitan wants. Something to take away from tonight, dear children, from Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. Let's all recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajma'in. Please recite another salawat. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين.
His imamate coincided. Musa al-Kazim, the 7th Imam, son of Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq, was born on the 7th of Safar in 128 after Hijrah in Al-Abwa. His mother was Hamida al-Barbariya, a region of North Africa. His imamate coincided with the reign of 4 Abbasid caliphs, Al-Mansur, Al-Hadi, Al-Mahdi, and Harun. Imam al-Kazim is the only imam to be named after a prophet. It is narrated that when he was born, his father chose the name due to his resemblance to Prophet Musa. He had many children. 3 notable ones are Imam al-Rida, Ismail, and Fatima Ma'asuma. Being the son of an imam, destined to be an imam, it was evident from a young age that he possessed divinely inspired knowledge. At the tender age of 5, Imam al-Kazim answered a challenging theological question from Abu Hanifa intended for his father. He explained that the responsibility of sin cannot be attributed to Allah alone, because it would be unjust for Allah to punish the compelled sinner. Nor could the sin be ascribed to Allah and the sinner equally, because it would be unjust for the dominant to penalize the weaker partner. Hence, any sin was solely the responsibility of the performer alone. Allah may forgive or justifiably punish. Musa al-Kazim was well-mannered, forgiving, and generous. He responded to incidences of verbal and physical abuse with patience and tolerance. Therefore, Al-Kazim is his most well-known title. On many occasions throughout his life, he granted pardons to those who wronged him and freed many slaves. Once, when a slave reportedly dropped water all over his clothes, Imam recited the Quran. Those who spend in ease and adversity and suppress their anger and excuse the faults of the people, and Allah loves the virtuous. In response to this verse, he informed the servant that I've suppressed my anger. Excuse your fault, and I freed you for the sake of Allah. At the age of 20, he assumed the role of Imam after the assassination of Imam Sadiq, who had advised his close companions, saying, "Treat Musa, this son of mine, well, for indeed he is the best of my offspring and the one I leave behind as my successor. After me, he is the one who holds my position, and he is the proof in support of God upon the entirety of his creation." The emergence of the Ismaili sect alleged that the successor to Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq was his eldest son Ismail. They claimed that Ismail did not really die but went into hiding. Caliph al-Mansur devised a plan to terminate the imamate for eternity. He instructed his governor of Medina to behead the testament. To frustrate his plan, Imam as-Sadiq had chosen 4 people: the Caliph, the governor of Medina, and his 2 sons Abdullah and Musa. As a consequence, al-Mansur was unable to carry out his plot. The political environment during the time of Imam al-Kazim under the recently established Abbasid dynasty was very repressive. In contrast to his father's time, where he had been able to teach freely in Medina during the last days of the Umayyad Empire when it was at its weakest. The Abbasids capitalized on the social and political rejection of the Umayyads. The universal slogan adopted by a number of insurgencies was motivated by their belief that rule should be given to a chosen one from the family of Muhammad. The Abbasids were able to fill the leadership vacuum coming from the Hashim clan, as did Prophet Muhammad. The descendants of Fatima, however, had a greater claim to rule due to their direct lineage to the Prophet, in addition to their claim of divine appointment, unparalleled knowledge, and piety. They were greatly respected by the masses. This proved to be intimidating for the Abbasids and fueled their paralysis. They imprisoned many supporters of the Imams and crushed several revolts. They employed extreme measures to limit Imam al-Kazim's interaction with society. Notwithstanding, his superiority was widely acknowledged throughout the Muslim empire. For this reason, Caliph al-Mahdi decided to have him brought to infamous for the rampant, murderous persecution of Shi'as. It was due to this tyrannical environment, where imminent danger was the norm, that Imam al-Kazim emphasized the importance of practicing taqiyya as a means to protect one's life. He also encouraged loyal followers to acquire governmental positions in order to alleviate discriminatory measures. When Ali, son of Yaqtin, one of the Imam's prominent companions, expressed concern about assuming a highly influential role in Harun's dictatorial government, Imam al-Kazim legitimized his actions, explaining that, "Indeed, with you we find joy and your brothers gain pride. Perhaps through you Allah will mend that which is broken, and through you he will break the hostility of those opposing his allies." Musa al-Kazim was imprisoned a number of times for many years in his lifetime. He always regarded his circumstances positively, stating, "O Allah, I always asked you to grant me free time to worship you, and you have answered me. So thanks be unto you for doing so." The worst prison was the one controlled by Sindhi, son of Shahak, who had the Imam placed in a cell not bigger than the dimension of a grave, where it was impossible for daylight to penetrate. On the 25th of Rajab 183 after Hijrah, in this jail in Baghdad, Harun ordered that the Imam should be poisoned. His body was dumped on a bridge in Baghdad. Eventually, he was buried in a Quraysh cemetery, an area now known as Kadhimain, a district of Baghdad.
Please recite salawat. Muhammad وَأَجِّلْ فَرَجَهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. Dear children, dear parents, this brings us to the end of the majlis tonight in terms of learning about Bibi Rubab, Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam. We will inshallah now begin our Kahoot for tonight. Dear children, We will do a practice one, and then we will do the actual grand quiz for tonight. So please have your devices ready with you. And before that, make sure if you have not sent us 1 minute reflection video to continue sending us, dear children, exactly the same as last time. And Alhamdulillah, so many of you have sent us such a significant reflection. You have sent it to us. I remember one beautiful child has written that he started taking notes after listening to the majlis and watching it, learned something new about Hazrat Ali Asghar, mashallah. So really important, dear children. Remember to do this. Let's do a practice quiz now, dear children. So this is what we're going to do, especially for the parents' children who are joining us for the first time. So here is the instruction. So must have extra device to play the game. Questions, I will be doing it live, just like right now. Okay. So Okay, so the questions come live. So just have your mom's phone, your dad's phone, or your tablet with you, and you need to log in to www.kahoot.it. So this is the game. It's not .com. Don't go on .com, okay? www.kahoot.it. That's where you will go, okay? Now practice game pin. Soon, very shortly, Sayeda Hani Naqvi is going to tell you on the screen what the Kahoot practice game pin is. She's getting that ready. You need to have your full name, dear children. No nicknames, nothing. Okay. Last time we did have some a slight difficulty happening. Okay. So what we're going to do tonight is we will listen carefully, please. We will do it without the pattern. We'll do our normal. Okay. If we have scamming happening again, then unfortunately, just to stop that, we have to use the pattern. Okay. So that's second option. But for now, we will just stick to playing it without the pattern. But if we do end up putting the patterns, dear parents, we can't increase the timing. Each pattern only lasts 7 seconds. After 7 seconds, you have to enter the new pattern. Unfortunately, that's how it works. Okay. 1.5 minutes for each question, dear children, or less than that. And for future Majalis participation, please get in touch as we will continue, inshallah, this whole Safar month with Majalis. So let's very quickly remember that the question's going to come live, just like me going to read the questions here. But you need to have extra device just to click on the correct answer options. Okay? In your other device, the questions won't show up. So you can use your phone. You enter the game pin basically, then you enter your nickname. Just write your full name. Okay, so let's go. Okay, say the Hania has already brought it up. And I've been, okay. Okay, so that's fine. We're having more people joining us. Okay, so please remember it's not a competition, dear children. Okay. And there's a lot of hints, no bots so far, alhamdulillah. Okay, and people are explaining that you split screen if you use an Apple device. So thank you for helping each other out. Just don't share the answers, dear children, okay? It's just, okay, so we will give around 3 more minutes for others to join us. And inshallah, we will start the practice one. Remember, so Banin and Minha is here. Remember, you've taken part in our majlis, mashallah. Ali Abbas, Bibi Muhaddisa, Zahra Shirab, Sayyid Ahmed Hassan, Sadiq. Who else we have here? Rida Batul, Simab, Sirat Yari. We have Zoya, Sayyid Wajih, Batul, Sayyid Mehdi, Haider, so many, mashallah, beautiful names your parents have chosen. And then we will, inshallah, start. So, dear children, so I'm going to also send the practice game pin just for parents joining us late. 2, 3, 5. 2357344. Okay, just 30 more seconds. Okay, and inshallah we will start. Just very important for you to take a screenshot at the very end when we reach question 30. Okay, don't take it in the middle. Excuse me, when we reach question 30, that's when the game will be over, the quiz. Okay, I should not say game. The quiz will be over. Take a screenshot if you are in top 5 and send that across to us, dear children. We're good to go, Sayyidah Hania. Let's start with the practice one. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So first question, dear children. Quiz is, where is the holy shrine of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam? Karbala, Jannatul Baqi, Najaf, Mashhad. If it helps you for me to read out the colors, let me know as well. I will read out the colors as well to make it easy for you. So almost there. The holy shrine of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam is the correct answer is Jannatul Baqi, dear children. MashaAllah. Next question, dear children. What does Sayyid Sajidin mean? A leader of those who never lie, leader of those who never fight, leader of those who do sajda, leader of those who never give up. I would request you not to write answers or say it in the comment section, please. Okay, dear children. Just a few more seconds. Okay, the correct answer is leader of those who do sajda, sajidin, sajda. Okay, remember those words that it rhymes as well. Next question, please. So we have, which year after Hijrah did Karbala happen? 52 AH, 61 AH, 63 AH, 62 AH. So which year after Hijrah did Karbala happen? Remember how Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated from Mecca towards Medina, and after the first year he migrated, we said first Hijri, okay, AH, second Hijri, okay, after Hijrah. So it continued. So how many years after that did Karbala happen? Inshallah, after tonight's Kahoot quiz, we will also play Noha just to finish the majlis with Matam and Salam Nama. So the correct answer is 61 AH, dear children. Very important for you to understand and learn this. Next question, please. Okay, for those joining us late, this is a practice one. Which of the following Imam is also buried next to Imam Sajjad alayhi salam? Imam Hassan, Imam Muhammad Baqir, both of the Imams, or none of those Imams? Which other Imam is buried next to Imam Sajjad alayhi salam? Remember, the grave is in Jannatul Baqi. So which other Imams are buried next to him? Okay, there's one correct answer. So the right answer is both Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam and Imam Hassan Mujtaba alayhi salam are buried next to Imam Sajjad alayhi salam, dear children. And Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam is also one of the Imams. Okay, but that was not in the options. So this was a bit hard one for many of you. Okay, next question, please. So we have Izan at the top, mashallah. How did Yazid describe the family of Imam Hussein to the people of Sham and Damascus? They called the Asirani Karbala as infidels, traitors, rebels, all of the above. How did Yazid La'in describe the captives of Karbala? Remember, I have told you this in the majlis. What was the aim of Yazid? Did he wanted to cover everything in Karbala that happened? So this is the final questions for the practice one, dear children. After this, we will inshallah start the actual quiz, okay? The real one. The correct answer is all of the above, dear children. Most of you got it right, mashallah. So let's go next. Okay, so the practice podium is at third place, Masuma Haider. Second place, we have Muhammad Mehdi. And first place, we have Izan Ayubi, mashallah. And fourth and fifth runner-up, we have Hadith. And I can't read the names properly, but mashallah. So what we're going to do, dear children, now, while Sayyidah Hania gets the actual quiz running up, remember, it's not a competition. You are still in the majlis of Imam Hussein. And any exams you have, any difficulties in life you face, say, Ya Allah, help me for the love of Imam Hussein. Dear children, some sister have requested, especially from all of you, that she has some difficulty in her life and it's been taking for many years now. So can you, each and every one of you, please, 5 times, let's all recite salawat for her problems to be fixed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the intercession of this first azan, and accept all your du'as for this dear sister. Let's all recite. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajma'in. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajma'in. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. Let's all recite one loud salawat again for the reappearance of Imam Mehdi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. Dear children, the game pin is on the screen now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, through the intercession of 14 Masumeen alayhim salam, and through each and every one of your du'as, inshallah, fulfill the hajat and ease the hardship of that sister and all other sisters around the world, all dear parents around the world who have requested and said iltimas dua, inshallah. Inshallah. So the game pin is there, dear children, dear parents. Please log in. So we will give a few minutes for everybody to join us. And we're just trying to go through the names as well. So Muhammad Yahya, Shallah Sibten is joined us. Narjis Fatima, Bibi Sakina, Musa Mohsin. We have, who else? Bibi Sadia, Kosar Fatima, Ali Raza Abbas, who else? Sabah, Batul, Fatima Ahmadi, Rehan Hassan. MashaAllah, just 2 more minutes. We have Haider Foladi, so Zubia, Ali, we have Khadija Salman, we have Yazdan, We have Noyan Foladi, Murtaza, Mudassir. We have, who else do we have? Isra, Fatima, Mehdi Naqvi, mashallah, dear children. So I'm also going to put the game pin in the comment section. So for parents joining us late, okay, 9856256 9856256. Yep. Okay, just one more minute, and then inshallah we will start. Remember, it's not a competition, dear children. Kausar Fatima has joined us. Sumaya, Izan. Izan was at the top before. So Iqra has joined us. Ishal, Muntazir Abbas. Such beautiful names, dear children. You have Hadi, Ali Abbas. So just 30 more seconds and inshallah we will start, dear children. Please recite salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajmain. Let's all start with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sayyida Hania, let's go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We still have people joining us? Yeah, if we can start, please. Jamadul Awal, when was Imam Sajjad alayhi salam born? The questions, we have 30 questions. So some questions, dear children, we also have, what is it? Double points. So just keep an eye out for those ones as well. Huh? So, okay. Just a few more seconds, dear children. And go next. Correct. And majority of you got 50. Okay, let's go next, please. Say the Noria at the top. MashaAllah. Next question. Children, how I explain. Children in the comment section. The next question, please. محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. So the next question is, Bibi Sherban was the princess of Iran. True or false? Okay, the correct answer, dear children, is true. Bibi Sherban was the princess of Iran. Next, please. So we have Mehdi Naqvi at the top, mashallah. Okay, how old was Imam Sajjad when Imam Ali Murtaza was martyred in the mosque of Kufa? 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 years old, or 4 years old? How old was Imam Sajjad alayhi salam when our Mawla Ali alayhi salam was martyred in his sajda? Remember? Ibn Muljim La'in came and struck him on the head in his sajda in the month of Ramzan. So how old was Imam Sajjad? A little bit tricky for many of you. We'll give a few more seconds. The correct answer is 2 years old. Many of you got it right. MashaAllah. Next, please. Question 5. Which of the following books are written by Imam Zainul Abidin? Sayf al-Sajjadiyah, Treaty of Rights, Risalat al-Huquq, all of the above. Remember, in his 2 nights majlis, I explained to you, dear children, what were the books Imam Zainul Abidin, our 4th Imam, wrote. Or he said it and his children wrote specifically. So it was basically passed on by Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. Just by answering, dear children, you will be put in timeout. If you write your comments into the answers in the comment section, please. Don't do that. Okay, just a few more seconds, and inshallah we will go next. For others joining us a little bit late, the game pin still at the bottom of the screen, dear children, dear parents. So the correct answer is all of the above, dear children. Majority of you said Sayf al-Sajjadiyah, which is good. But remember, Sayf al-Sajjadiyah is the book of du'as and supplication, where the Treaty of Rights is also known Risalat al-Huquq, the right of our body parts and relations. So don't forget that one. Next, please. We have Mehdi Naqvi still on top. Question 6. What is the date of Imam Sajjad's Shahadat? 23rd Muharram, 24th Muharram, 26th Muharram, 25th Muharram. A little bit of a tricky one as the dates are very close, but it's important to remember the dates, dear children. Even the days we don't hold majalis, be ready and know which date is coming up. So you alone do things at your house, listen to lectures, majalis online yourself. Correct answer is 25th Muharram. MashaAllah, majority got this right. Next, please. We have Narjis Fatima at the top. True or false? Imam Sajjad's son, Imam Muhammad Baqir, was present at Karbala. True or false? Okay, very close. Okay, the answer is coming up. So the correct answer is true. Yes, Imam Muhammad Baqir was present, mashallah. Next, please. Narjis Fatima still at the top. Question 8. What was the cause of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam's death? Killed by sword, poison, natural death, disease. Okay, just a few more seconds. You're all going very fast, dear children. Yes. So poison, mashallah, almost very close. I want to see one question where every single one of you get it right. Will we ever reach to that type of question? I wonder. Next, please. So Narjis Fatima still on top. Which of the following best describes the personality of Imam Sajjad? Patient, worshipper, perseverance, all of the above. Wow, the answer's coming really fast this time. So the correct answer is, dear children, all of the above. Afarin. Very close. So next question is, which of the following does the treatise of rights contain? Rights of relationship, rights of body parts, rights of worship, all of the above. Remember, this is Treaty of Right, Risalat al-Huquq, okay, the rights of body parts, the rights of relationship, the rights of worship, or all of the above. So the correct answer is all of the above, dear children. MashaAllah. Next, please. So, who is the father of Imam Zainul Abidin? Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Imam Sajjad, Imam Baqir. Okay, the correct answer is, dear children, Imam Hussein alayhi salam. I should have seen all of you get this right. It was an easy one. Next question, please. True or false? In the court of Yazid La'in, Imam Sajjad alayhi salam gave a khutbah that made people cry, gave a sermon that made people cry. True or false? Okay, the correct answer is true. We still had people, 13 of you got it wrong, dear children. It made people cry. That's how Azadari started happening. Next, please. So the next question is, true or false? The tragedy of Karbala ended when Imam Hussein and his 72 companions were martyred. True or false? So when did the tragedy of Karbala end? Did it end on the day of Ashura? I hope you all get this correct, dear children. Wow, okay, let's have a stop here, but we skipped it. Majority of you got it right, but we still have quite a big number of people who got it wrong. Remember, we continuing our majlis today, dear children. Why? About what has happened afterwards. Remember, the head of Imam Hussein has reached Yazid, and the families are kept in a prison. Those are tragedies. It doesn't just mean that Imam Hussein's 72 companions were shaheed, full stop. No, it continued, dear children, the struggle. Okay, let's go next, please. Question 14. What did the ladies of Karbala do after the male support and members were martyred? They did nothing. They let anyone oppress them. They questioned Yazid's authority. I'll read the question again. What did the ladies of Karbala do after the male support and members were martyred? They did nothing. They let anyone oppress them. They questioned Yazid's authority. Dear children, just a quick thing here. If you don't understand something or you don't understand such words like authority, what it means, ask your parents near you. Write these questions down. Okay, because these questions will keep coming, inshallah, again and again in many years. So write it down. I didn't know this answer. So the correct answer is they questioned Yazid's authority. Next, please. Question 15, halfway there. Due to the sickness of Imam Sajjad, who took charge of the campaign of Islam and truth after Imam Hussein? Imam Hussein, Hazrat Abbas, Imam Muhammad Baqir, Bibi Zainab. Just a few more seconds. Okay, so the correct answer is Bibi Zainab. Wow, very close. Most of you got it right, mashallah. Next, please. Who was Bibi Kulsum's sacrifice on the day of Ashura? Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imam Ali Murtaza, Imam Zainul Abidin, Hazrat Abbas. A little tricky one for many of you. So Bibi Kulsum was the sister of Bibi Zainab, remember? She was also present at Karbala. Who did she sacrifice on the day of Ashura? Was it our Prophet Muhammad? Was it Imam Ali Murtaza? Was it Imam Zainul Abidin? Or was it Hazrat Abbas? I hope you all get this one right, dear children. Okay, majority got it right, but we still have quite a few got it wrong. Remember, I shouldn't have seen Prophet Muhammad Mustafa's name. Like, he was shaheed. He passed away many years ago. Okay, Imam Ali Murtaza. He got shaheed in his sajda in Kufa in the month of Ramzan. Imam Zainul Abidin. He was not sacrificed on the day of Ashura. Remember, he couldn't fight. He was really ill. But Hazrat Abbas, he got shaheed. He was martyred on Ashura. Next, please. Narjis Fatima is still at the top. So this is double points. What does fizza mean? Remember, Bibi fizza, what does it mean? Gold, silver, bronze, metal. This is a trick one. What does the name fizza mean? Gold, silver, bronze, metal. Bibi Fizza was also present at Karbala. And when they wanted to attack Imam Sajjad in Sham, in Darbari Yazid La'in, Bibi Fizza came in front. And when they wanted to attack Bibi Zainab, Bibi Fizza came in front again. Who is this lady? Okay, so a few more seconds. The correct answer. Wow. Okay, let's stop here for a second. Majority of you got this right. Okay, just slightly. Many of you were going to say gold. Silver is the correct one. Okay, let's see the new scoreboard, the podium. I knew there will be a slight change here. Sayyid Mehdi at the top, Ali Miqdad Raza second, Sayyid Noria third, Narjis Fatima came to fourth position, and Hermine came to fifth position. Dear children, let's go next question. Who adopted Bibi Fizza? Prophet Muhammad Mustafa, Imam Ali Murtaza, Bibi Kulsum, Imam Hussein. Who adopted Bibi Fizza? So if you don't know what adopted means, so who went and brought Bibi Fizza into their house and made her live in their house and fed her and gave her food, and she grew up in that house. She was looked after by that family. Who was it? This one's also a little bit tricky for many of you. Many of these concepts were explained last year's Majlis as well. So who has good memories? Okay, so we have, majority got it wrong. Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the correct answer, dear children. Okay, next please. Ali Miqdad Raza at the top now. So question 19. What was Bibi Ummul Banin's real name? Zainab, Fatima, Layla, Fizza. Remember, she is the mother of Hazrat Abul Fazl al-Abbas, our Bawafa, our Ghazi, our Alamdar. What was the real name of Bibi Ummul Banin's? And why didn't she keep her real name? Just try to remember. Why didn't she keep her name and started others calling her Bibi Ummul Banin? I'll tell you after this. As soon as we see the answer, I'm going to explain to you. So if say the Hania, you wait a second after that. This is question 19th, dear children. So 11 more questions to go. The correct answer, let's have a moment here, is Fatima. Majority of you got it right, but still half of you got it wrong. So remember, her name was Fatima as well. And when she got married to Imam Ali, came to the house, she saw that Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Bibi Kulsum, Bibi Zainab were all without a mother now. Bibi Fatima Zahra was shaheed. She said, I'm not going to call myself your mother. I'm not going to call myself Fatima because it's going to sad you. You're going to be upset hearing the name of your mother. So I will be called now Ummul Banin, the mother of everyone. That's what she called herself, Ummul Banin. Okay, next question, please. Podium keeps changing, dear children, so you still have a chance. How many sons did Ummul Banin have? 3, 2, 7, 4. So this is a tricky one question. Many of you don't know this. I've explained a few times in the family tree that according to most historians, one of these numbers is usually said that Bibi Ummul Banin and Mullah Ali alayhi salam had this certain number of children. So 3, 2, 7, 4. Okay. A few taking their time this time. Correct answer is 4. Majority of you got it right. Yes. Next question. Masma Haider, top 5 now. True or false? Ummul Banin was the first Noha reciter for Imam Hussein. True, false. This is really important for you to know, dear children. Many of you take part in the Majlis, recite such beautiful Nohas and Quran recitations, and give it as a hadiyah to Imam Mahdi. But do you truly know who was the first reciter for Imam Hussein after his shahadat? This is important. So was it Bibi Ummul Banin, the first reciter? True or false? The correct answer is true. Wow. Okay, we still have 22 of you got it wrong. Something you know now? Say the Noria second position now. Who was Bibi Rubab? Mother of Hazrat Ali Asghar, wife of Imam Hussain, Bibi of mother of Bibi Sakina, all of the above. This one, I hope you all get it right, dear children. Tonight's majlis, we also explained this. So hopefully I see everybody get this one right. Hopefully, inshallah. Okay, a few more seconds. So we've got 8 more questions after this one, dear children. Okay, let's have a stop here for a second. Majority of you said wife of Imam Hussain, which is right. Mother of Bibi Sakina, which is right as well. Mother of Hazrat Ali Asghar, which is right. So technically, it's all of them, dear children. She was related to Imam Hussain as a wife, Bibi Sakina as a mother, Hazrat Ali Asghar as a mother. This is how many people she has sacrificed in Karbala and after Karbala. Remember, Shahadat Bibi Sakina is coming up on 13th Safar. Tomorrow will be 7th Safar. Next question, please. True or false? Layla was not present at Karbala. True or false? Bibi Layla, I should say. Okay, she was the mother of which Imam also? Can somebody write this in the comment section? Who was Bibi Layla the mother of? Let's see who's the first one to type it. A question on top of a question for you, especially for the ones who type fast. Okay, Fatima Ahmadi said Qasim. Masuma said Hazrat Ali Akbar. Hazrat Ali Akbar. More coming. So let's see. So technically, the first person with the correct answer, let's have a pause here, say the Hania, because there's 2 questions here we need to answer. First, Layla was not present at Karbala, which is false. She was present at Karbala, dear children. And second question I asked for you to type in the comments was, who is she the mother of? And Asia Mohibbi was the first person to correct first and correctly, Hazrat Ali Akbar. Bibi Farwa was the mother of Hazrat Qasim alayhi salam. Okay, next question. Khadija Salman has joined the podium. What was the relationship between Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam and Shimr La'in? They were brothers, they were friends, they were second cousins. This will be a hard one for many of you, but I did answer this one at the start of tonight's majlis. Okay, people are taking their time this one, so which is fine, absolutely fine. Okay, well, I'm so glad at least none of you said they were brothers. I'm so glad for that. But this was majority of you got it correct. They were second cousins. Remember, I said Bibi Ummul Banin, Salamullah alayha, were from the same Qabila, from the same tribe. So technically, they were second cousins, Hazrat Abbas and Shimr La'in. Okay, next question, please. Sayyid Mahdi still leading, dear children. True or false? Prophet Muhammad had ordered that no women or children should be hurt in war. True or false? Few more seconds to go. Okay, wow. Oh, this is very close. Only 5 of you got it wrong. Mashallah, mashallah. I'm very happy with this response. 101 majority got it right. Next, please. 26th question. Double points. Who buried Imam Hussein? Please get this one correct, dear children. Imam Ali Murtaza, Imam Ali Raza, Imam Ali ibn Muhammad, Imam Ali ibn Hussein. Who buried Imam Hussein? A few times in the Masayib, I've explained this concept. Who buries an Imam? Just a few more seconds. Okay, we still have many got it wrong. So majority got it right. Imam Ali bin Hussein, who is Imam Zain al-Abidin, we call him as well. We also call him Imam Sajjad. Okay, we also call him Imam Ali bin Hussein. Okay, his first name. So next question is, who were the children of Bibi Zainab Kubra? Hazrat On ibn Abdullah, Hazrat Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Hazrat Ali Akbar, Hazrat Qasim. Who were the children of Bibi Zainab? Three more questions, dear children. So 2 more after this one. Who were the children of Bibi Zainab, Salamullah alayha? How many people did Bibi Zainab sacrifice in Karbala, dear children? Try to remember. She definitely sacrificed all 4 of them. But who were the children of Bibi Zainab? That's the question. Okay, so majority of you got it. Hazrat On and Hazrat Muhammad. Both of them were the sons of Bibi Zainab and Abdullah. Okay, Hazrat Qasim. Okay, let's explain here. Hazrat Qasim was the son of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. So basically, he was the nephew of Bibi Zainab, and so was Hazrat Ali Akbar, the nephew. Okay, next question, please. Okay, Sayyid Mehdi at the top. Next question is double points. Imam Musa Kazim is the something Imam. The 5th Imam, the 6th Imam, the 7th Imam, the 8th Imam. This one is an easy one, dear children. Tonight I am really looking towards at least one question where each one of you get it right. So far in all of the quizzes we have done, we've never come to a question where every single one of you have got it right. I'm waiting for that day, for that question. that I know 100% you all know the answer to. Okay, just a few more seconds. Okay, we got majority right. 7. Dear children, tomorrow is 7th of Safar. For many, today is 7th Safar. So our majlis tonight is basically about the Wiladat of Imam Musa Kazim. Okay, so and I explained to you that, let me say this again. Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam is our 7th Imam in order. Okay, next question, please. Second last question with double points. What is Imam Musa Kazim's date of birth? 13th Safar, 17th Safar, 26th Safar, 7th Safar. I think I've already given the answer just before. So let's see who picks it up. So we all know for definitely that Imam Musa Kazim's Wiladat date of birth is in Safar, 128 AH. Okay, but which one? 13th, 17th, 26th, 7th. Okay, majority of you got it right, dear children. I did give you away the answers basically just before as well with the 7th Imam and 7th Safar. So many of you would have got that. MashaAllah. Okay, we are on the final question. Just before we go, dear children, make sure if you are in the top 5, okay, take a screenshot and please send it to us. Okay, we will send your digital certificates, inshallah. Sometimes we do take a while because it doesn't happen properly, or the emails, there's some difficulties, but inshallah we will get your certificates to you. Excuse me. So double point to finish off tonight's Kahoot. Where is the holy shrine of Imam Musa Kazim? Jannatul Baqi, Najaf, Kazmain, Karbala. Last question. Give your best, dear children. And try to also think, because we're now having 30 questions each time of the Kahoots. Okay, think, did you get a better score last Kahoot quiz, or did you get better score today? Okay, this will help you to understand. I know more about our last majalises in Muharram than in the month of Safar. That means you need to work harder and learn more in the month of Safar what happened. Okay, so that's a hint for you, dear children, a takeaway from today's majlis as well. So just a few more seconds, and inshallah we will go towards the podium, and then we'll do Noha recitation, do Matam. So please don't go away straight after the Kahoot. So the correct answer is Kazmain, mashallah, okay, where 2 holy imams are shrine are together. Imam Musa Kazim and Imam Muhammad Taqi shrine are together. Okay, so let's go now towards the podium, dear children. No matter which order, which range you have come, you still all have done great. So in third position, we have Nerjis Fatima, mashallah. Second position, we have Sayyidina Noria. And in first position, we have Sayyid Mehdi, mashallah. And fourth and fifth, we have Ali Miqdad, I think, and Khadija. Couldn't see the names properly, but take a screenshot and send it to us. Can we all please recite salawat for each and every one of us tonight, each and every one of your friends tonight that has taken part, and each and every one of Azadar of Imam Hussein alayhi salam who has taken part tonight, and inshallah they be successful in this life and inshallah on the day of judgment. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajahum ajmain. Dear children, stand up. Let's do the matam of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Let's do the Matam tonight of Hazrat Ali Asghar and Bibi Sakina, the love of these two siblings that Bibi Rubab Salamullah alayha saw what love there was between the two children and how they were separated, Hazrat Ali Asghar and Bibi Sakina. Please stand up and do the Matam.
اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے روزہ لے کر ہاتھوں میں وہ روزہ لے کر ہاتھوں میں وہ جاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے پانی جب آیا تھا سونے لال کلے جاتا ملیا لال کلے جاتا ملیا میری ہمشین سکینہ یہ کہہ کر تیرا نام ہوا آس تیرا آس تیرا میری جان سے اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے زمین ملا لال تجھے اور تیر سے تیری پیاس بجھی تیر سے تیری پیاس بجھی معصوم سکینہ ہاتھوں مشکیزہ لے کر کہتی تھی آس تیرا آس تیرا میرے پیاسے پانی پیو اصغر بہن بلاتی ہے تو بولو آنکھ کھولو اصغر بہن بلاتی
اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. Dear children, stand up, continue standing up, and let's also recite the Salam Nama of the Ahlul Bayt, the 14 Masmin alayhim salam. Put your hands together, dear children. Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Assalamu alayka ya Imam Ali. Assalamu alayki ya Bibi Fatima Zahra. Assalam alayki ya Bibi Zainab. Assalam alayki ya Bibi Sakina. Assalam alaykum ya Shuhada'i Karbala. Assalam alayka ya Imam Hassan. Assalam alayka ya Imam Hussein. Assalam alayka ya Imam Zainul Abidin. Assalam alayka ya Imam Muhammad Baqir. Assalam alayka ya Imam Jafar Sadiq. Assalam alayka ya Imam Musa Kazim. Assalam alayka ya Imam Ali Raza. Assalam alayka ya Imam Muhammad Taqi. Assalam alayka ya Imam Ali Unnaqi. Assalam alayka ya Imam Hassan Askari. Assalam alayka ya Imam Mehdi, O the awaited Savior, O the proof of Allah. Let's all say Ilahi Ameen on the following, dear children. May Allah accept all of our efforts, all our cry and love for Ahlul Bayt, for Abu Abdullah Hussein. Ilahi Ameen. May Allah give help to the sick ones through the intercession of Bimari Karbala, the sick one at Karbala, Imam Zainul Abidin. Ilahi Ameen. Let's all recite 3 times Amma Yujibu, dear children, for all the sick ones around the world, all the people who have hardship and have requested iltimase dua, for myself, for my family, dear children, for your families that you know somebody who is not well. Remember them in your mind, remember me in your mind and my family in your mind, and listen if you don't know how to recite, and let's say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Amma yujibul mustarra iza da'u wa yakshifu su. Amma yujibul mustarra iza da'u wa yakshifu su. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. May Allah give Kamil Iman, complete faith to each and every one of us. Ilahi Ameen. May we all get the marifat, the closeness of Allah and Ahlul Bayt. Ilahi Ameen. May Allah give us the opportunity, the tawfiq to visit the holy shrines of the Mahsumin, to go to Karbala on Arba'in and have this lockdown finish, Ya Allah. Please finish this lockdown and open the traveling, Ya Allah, for the sake of Ahlul Bayt, for the Farshi Azai, Aba Abdullah Hussein. Make us travel and see our family members and to visit the Zari of Aba Abdullah Hussein. Ilahi Ameen. May Allah forgive our sins, our mistakes, our shortcomings. Ilahi Ameen. May Allah hasten the reappearance of Imam Mahdi. Ilahi Ameen. Let's all recite Surah Fatiha and 3 times Surah Tawheed for all the people who have passed away, for all the Shuhada Karbala. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم أجمعين. Just a question somebody has asked. When is the next Kahoot? Dear children, inshallah, we will continue our majlis. The next day is Shahadat Imam Ali Raza, and then Shahadat Bibi Sakina and Arba'in and Shahadat Bibi Zainab. So we will send a complete flyer, inshallah. So keep an eye out for the flyers. And at the end of many majalis, we will hold a Kahoot quiz, inshallah. So keep an eye out. Iltimas dua, Khuda Hafiz.